15 times people tried to kill the British royal family. Royal life isn't all glitz and glamour. It can actually be very dangerous. The royal family is always at risk of harm or even death by political extremists or obsessive fans. Members of the royal family always have a massive security detail because of these assassination attempts. In 1979, one assassination attempt was successful. The IRA tragically murdered Lord Mountbatten. Without further ado, these are the 15 times people have tried to kill members of the British royal family over the years. 1. Islamic State threatened to kill Prince George. In 2017, members of the Islamic extremist group ISIS threatened to murder Prince George while he was at school. Rusneh Nasheed posted a photograph on Telegram, an encrypted messaging service of 4-year-old Prince George, along with the school's address, a silhouette of a jihad fighter, and the message, "Even the royal family will not be left alone." Thankfully, Prince George was unharmed by ISIS. In 2018, Rusneh Nasheed was jailed for life with a minimum of 25 years without parole. 2. Lord Mountbatten was killed by the IRA. Lord Mountbatten's assassination was the only murder attempt that resulted in a fatality. In 1979, a bomb was detonated on Lord Mountbatten's fishing boat, Shadow 5. Lord Mountbatten was instantly killed in the explosion, along with his teenage grandson, Nicholas Knatchbull, and 15-year-old deckhand Paul Maxwell. The IRA, Irish Republican Army, claimed responsibility for the attack. The IRA was a political extremist group that sought to end British influence in Northern Ireland. 3. Assassination plan at the VJ Day celebrations. Syrian members of the Islamic State orchestrated an assassination attempt on August 2015. Prior to the VJ celebrations in London, the Mail on Sunday received intel that an assassination attempt was in place. Islamic State was plotting to explode a bomb in central London during the celebrations for the 70th anniversary of VJ Day, victory over Japan. A few weeks later, one of the main instigators, Rayed Khan, was killed by an RAF drone strike in the Syrian city of Raqqa. 4. The Lithgow plot. The Lithgow plot was an assassination attempt of Queen Elizabeth II on 29th of April 1970 at Lithgow, New South Wales, while she was on her royal tour of Australia. The Queen and her husband, Prince Philip, were on a train trip from Sydney to Orange. The assassins wedged a large wooden log onto the train tracks the night before the Queen traveled through Orange. The log was meant to derail the train, forcing it to smash into the embankment. The plot failed because the train was traveling unusually slow when it struck the blockage. The Queen's train slid for about 700 meters before coming to a complete stop. The royal couple had no idea of the assassination attempt. In fact, the Lithgow plot was only revealed to the public in January 2009, almost 30 years later. 5. Failed knife attack against Queen Elizabeth II. In 2014, ISIS terrorists planned to stab Queen Elizabeth II during the 96 celebrations of World War I. Metropolitan Police intercepted the murder plot and raided their base in West London. Thankfully, the terrorists never got near Queen Elizabeth II. 6. Attempted kidnapping of Princess Anne. In 1974, a man attempted to kidnap Princess Anne while she was driving back to Buckingham Palace after a charity event. Ian Ball drove up to Princess Anne in a white Ford Escort. He took over the car and forced the chauffeur to stop. Ball exited his car, holding 2 loaded handguns. He shouted at Princess Anne, "Open or I'll shoot. Please come out, you've got to come." Princess Anne replied nonchalantly, "Bloody likely." Before Ball could open fire, the police arrived and quickly arrested him. They later found 2 pairs of handcuffs, Valium tranquilizers, and a ransom letter addressed to the Queen in his car. Ian Ball was sentenced to life in the Psychiatric Institute Broadmere Hospital. 7. Michael Fagan. In 1987, Michael Fagan snuck into Queen Elizabeth II's bedroom at Buckingham Palace. Fagan sat on the Queen's 4-poster bed while she was asleep. The Queen awoke with a start and said, according to Fagan, "Is that you, Philip?" He replied, "No, it's me, Michael." Understandably, Queen Elizabeth II was terrified as she thought Fagan was going to kill her. Fagan did not actually intend to murder the Queen. He carried a piece of a broken ashtray into the Queen's bedroom to slit his own wrist in front of her. Fagin was admitted into a psychiatric institute after the break-in. 8. Lone gunman attempted to kill Edward VIII. Lone gunman George McMahon attempted to assassinate Edward VIII in 1936. Mahone approached Edward VIII while riding through Hyde Park during the trooping of the color ceremony. Members of the public and the Metropolitan Police contained McMahon before he could actually fire his rifle. McMahon said the Italian embassy in London hired him to kill the king. However, this has never actually been confirmed. McMahon was imprisoned for 12 months for the crime. 9. Baby-faced man plotted to kill Queen Victoria. Edward Oxford, the baby-faced man, was the first of 7 people to try to kill Queen Victoria. As Queen Victoria and Prince Albert were leaving Buckingham Palace in an open carriage, Prince Albert saw a little mean-looking man holding something toward us. It was Edward Oxford who sprinted toward the couple, firing a shotgun. Luckily, Edward Oxford missed Queen Victoria, and the crowd tackled him to the ground. Queen Victoria and Prince Albert carried on their carriage ride through Hyde Park as if nothing had happened. 10. Man attempted to kill Queen Victoria for Ireland. Arthur O'Connor was another man who attempted to murder Queen Victoria. Arthur O'Connor scaled the gates of Buckingham Palace as Queen Victoria was preparing for a carriage ride. O'Connor ran towards the Queen and pointed a gun at her face. Queen Victoria's personal servant stopped O'Connor before he could get close enough to shoot. O'Connor claimed he never wanted to kill Queen Victoria, only threaten her. O'Connor was an Irish revolutionary who wanted to force Queen Victoria to release Irish political prisoners. Arthur O'Connor was shipped off to the penal colony in Australia as punishment for his assassination attempt. 11. Suspicious packages sent to Buckingham Palace. Over the course of 15 years, Robert James Moore sent hundreds of strange and offensive packages to Buckingham Palace. The letters and packages contained sexual photographs, suspicious substances, and love letters. Queen Elizabeth II never received Moore's packages. Moore died at age 69 from natural causes. His decomposed skull and bones were found lying on a yellow cushion next to vodka bottles on an island in St. James Park. The small island was closed to the public and could only be reached by boat on the Shadow Lake. Moore's remains were left on the secluded island for 3 years. He chose the spot due to its close proximity to Buckingham Palace. 12. Queen Elizabeth II's guard almost killed her. Queen Elizabeth II's guardsman once mistook her for an intruder. A retired guard admitted to the Times he saw a shadowy figure walking along the palace grounds. The guard shouted to the Queen, "Bloody hell, Your Majesty, I nearly shot you." The Queen replied, "That's quite alright. Next time, I'll ring though beforehand so you won't have to shoot me." 13. John Francis tried to shoot Queen Victoria twice. On May 29, 1842, John Francis attempted to shoot Queen Victoria as she returned from Sunday service at St. James Palace. Thankfully for Queen Victoria, the rifle failed to fire. John Francis quickly ran away into Green Park. A day later, John Francis tried again to murder the Queen and Prince Albert when they were traveling back from Hampstead. Again, John Francis failed to fulfill the assassination. This was part of Queen Victoria's plan, as she thought the authorities could flush the assassin if she traveled through London. The Queen's plan worked, and John Francis was arrested. Francis was imprisoned at Newgate on counts of high treason and was sentenced to be hanged, drawn, and quartered. 14. Attempted murder of Prince Charles in Australia. In 1994, David Kong fired 2 blank shots at King Charles III in protest of the treatment of Cambodian asylum seekers in Australian detention camps. King Charles III sustained no injuries from the attempted attack. Kong was found guilty of threatening unlawful violence and sentenced to 500 hours of community service. Today, Kong insists the event was purely political and he didn't have any intention to hurt anyone. 15. Guy Fawkes. Guy Fawkes famously attempted to blow up Westminster on November 5, 1605. Guy Fawkes was a member of a group of provincial English Catholics. The group wanted to destroy Parliament, assassinate King James I, and restore a Catholic monarch to the throne. Guy Fawkes' plan failed dramatically. An anonymous letter was sent to the British Parliament warning them of the bomb. The letter read, "My lord, out of the love I have for some of your friends, I want to ensure you are safe. Because of this, I would advise you not to attend the sitting of Parliament because God and man have agreed to punish the wickedness of this time. Historians believe that Francis Tresham, as he was vehemently opposed to the bomb killing both Protestants and Catholics. The failed gunpowder plot is still celebrated to this day. Countries all over the world light fireworks and burn bonfires to symbolize resistance, autonomy, collective power, and community. Do you know any other time somebody tried to kill the British royal family? Let us know in the comment section below. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button if you enjoyed the video. See you next time!